Hey folks, my name is Rojo, and welcome to something a little bit different for my channel. This is Lairkeeper, a game that I made for Ludum Dare 33. It's a online game jam, and the theme this time around was You Are the Monster. So this is the game that I made, and I want to make a little tutorial for it because I didn't get to make an in-game one. So let's go ahead and load up a new game. That tutorial button will link to this video, and here we go. So Lairkeeper is essentially sort of like a mix between like a roguelite dungeon builder and a tower defense game. There's two phases of the game. When you load it up, you'll start in phase 1 here, which is the build phase. Build phase allows you to do a few things. 1, you can build rooms, and 2, you can build doors. So the idea of the game is you need to get 3 artifacts in your possession, and that is the win condition, basically. The artifacts will always be found in a room with a question mark, although not all rooms with question marks will have an artifact in them. Once you have 3 artifacts, you'll have to do a final assault, but we'll get into that in a moment here. So, for example, I can build a room, and I can build it here. There's no artifact in this room, but that's okay. Each card basically has a cost. There are only 2 cards, doors and rooms, and that's taken away over here. This costs you maximum malice, is what I'm calling this resource here. And doors are 5 and rooms are 10, as you can see. And you want to balance this out a little bit, because you'll use this in the next phase. Now, the other important thing to note here, you'll see this line. Enemies are going to spawn here in this red room, and they're going to follow the line to the yellow room, which is your treasure room. Once they get to the treasure room, they're going to steal a gem. If they make it back to the red room with the gem, then the gem is gone, it's lost, and you can't get it back. If you happen to kill the enemy before they make it back to the red room, then you'll get the gem back, and it'll be placed back in your treasury. And I guess it should go without saying that once an enemy reaches the treasure room, they will return regardless of whether or not there's a gem there. You'll see. But for now, let's go ahead and place a door. For example, if we can't place doors that block the path, but we could, if we wanted to, place a door here, and you can see the path changes. So you can use doors to sort of reroute enemies as you wish. Now let's go ahead and start an assault. The assaults are when enemies spawn. This is the second phase of the game. As you can see, they start here, and they're going to make their way over to our treasure room. We can use one of 2 spells. Plink allows us to single target an enemy by clicking on them. You can click as fast as you can manage. And Fireball, you just click on the ground, and it does AoE damage. Now, you'll see that these cards, they don't take away maximum malice, but they do take away some. So you need to manage your resources. However, you can get these orbs that are spawning on the ground to recharge your malice. Blue orbs give you your, they will refill your malice up to the maximum, basically. And so your goal is to destroy these enemies. Now, once an enemy picks up a gem, you'll see that they turn blue like this. And so enemies will oftentimes drop red orbs, which increases your maximum malice. You can use this to build new rooms. So basically, your goal is to defeat all of the enemies without losing all your gems. You can see also there's a wave counter up here to let you know how many enemies are remaining in this assault. Use some fireballs there, and it's generally cheaper to click on specific enemies with the Plink spell rather than using a fireball. The fireball can be more efficient if enemies are kindly grouped up for you. So, something to keep in mind. As you can see, this assault is almost finished here. Looks like a couple more guys are gonna get away. Yeah, we got that guy. Okay, so we lost some gems there. That's okay. Now, each time the game starts, these rooms are randomly generated, so it's a little different every time. And as the game continues, essentially, you can just keep placing rooms and such, looking for artifacts. So there you go. In that room, we got an artifact. We only need 3 more, or 2 more rather, and once we have those, the final assault will begin. If we survive that assault, then we win. So anyway, that's it. That's the tutorial, just to give you a basic idea of how to play the game. Oh, one thing actually I should mention. To select cards, you left click. So I guess it's not quite it. Select cards to and left click. It's left click to cast one of your spells, but it's right click to pick up orbs. So just a little minor important note there. And then everything else is left click if you want to like place rooms or place doors and that kind of thing. Anyway, that's it for me. So I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or reach me on Twitter at RojoMojoGoGo, and I'll try to help you out. So until next time, my name has been Rojo, and thanks for watching.